Do you guys know what a bad distortion pedal sounds like? Well, you're about to find out. Let's go. Guys, what is going on? IkeGuitar here. Hope you guys are doing well this fine day. Guys, I have been enthralled by the amount of YouTube reviews out on the interwebs talking about how great pedals are. And I think overall most pedal manufacturers build a nice pedal, but I never hear about a bad pedal. I never hear about bad pedal reviews. And there's a good reason for that. People don't like to be negative. I get it. I've been negative. I've gotten flack for it. But hey, there are some bad pedals out and about in the world. But let me just show you one of these pedals that is extraordinarily bad sounding. I'm not talking about the Metal Zone. I'm talking about its cousin, the Boss ML2. Now first off, let's talk about the pedal. My bad that it's so crooked, guys. There's a little nub on the bottom of the Boss battery compartment that keeps me from getting this pedal level. But just so you guys can see it, this is the Boss Metalcore ML2. It is a really special time. Overall, just the most specialist of times. It is not the Boss Metal Zone. It's a bit of a higher gain variant of the Metal Zone. And it does have a level, a low, a high, and a distortion switch. And we can't have a good comparison without showing you what an actual good distortion pedal sounds like. So I actually have a 1981 drive from 1981 Inventions. Matt Hoops makes this out of his studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is an incredibly well-made drive pedal. It's also very, very expensive. So I'm going to compare these two and show you guys what an actual good drive pedal sounds like and what an actual bad drive pedal sounds like. So first off, let me just give you my clean tone here. Using my Les Paul 1990, let's get you guys some clean tones, get you guys an idea of what we're playing through here. So we already have a little bit of dirt on here through the amp. We're using a Princeton style amplifier on this guitar. And I am using the LP because it just does better under distortion because of its humbucker. So when we finally kick in this distortion, it'll get really special sounding. So why don't we flick this pedal on and see what it sounds like. So first off, just off the bat, just a very woofy sounding pedal. We don't have anything changed as far as EQ is concerned on this pedal yet. So why don't we dial up some settings and see if we can't get it to sound somewhat decent. Woohoo! Yeah, that is gross sounding. First thing I notice is you can definitely hear the gain sounds coming out of this pedal. So as far as getting some gain sounds out of this, you guys get to like decent, but it's never good. You know what I mean? It's very wubby, very flubby. I'm going to need some help with this pedal. You could maybe get by with an EQ or something like that to tighten up that low end, but as you can tell, it just sounds so low endy. And then if I drop the low end and increase the high end, it still has a ton of low end in it. So that, I brought the level down and it kicked some of the low end out of the signal. So you increase the level, looks like this low cut is not doing enough for us. See how much low end we got right there? Not even good mid-range, it's like this nasty low end. Let's not pretend we don't hear all that nasty gain sound coming out of it too. Jeez. As a good metalhead, we would be remiss if we didn't dime everything, so let's just go to the max on every setting and see what we get coming out of this sucker. Oh my gosh, it's totally clipping everything. That is a special time. And I'm even on my neck pickup with that. So definitely a very wubby, flubby distortion pedal. And if you want to have a semblance of clarity on this thing, you have to crank your high and your distortion, drop your lows, and lower your level. Then it becomes like ear-piercingly tinny. Listen, maybe you guys like it. I am not a huge fan. So to salvage this pedal on its own, you probably need a pretty heavy noise gate, which makes sense. It's a distortion pedal, but really, you really need to EQ shape this a lot more than what it's allowing you to do. I'm going to see on this pedal my most favorite distortion sound. I'm going to toggle the settings here and see if I can get a sound that I like more than everything else. My biggest problem is that I found my favorite sound, but it still sounds like a glorified fuzz. I don't get any definition in the note on my lower strings, and that kind of bugs me. I don't mind the higher strings as much. That needs to be tightened up. It's still way flubby. Now that I've made your ears bleed with the ML2, we're going to be trying out the 1981 drive by 1981 Inventions. This is one of my favorite drives. This is based off of a Rat circuit, and we're going to see if it can stand up to the metalcore as far as tone is concerned. Alright, so once again, for the sake of science, here we have our clean tone. We're just going to activate the drive without any EQ added or subtracted from the knobs here. Dude, that is already so much better. Not a whole lot of there aren't like gain artifacts in there. The harmonics they sound really nice. You can definitely tell the tone is more mid-heavy than the actual Boss Metalcore 2. Let's mess with some settings and see if we can't get this to sound a little different. Alright, there goes our low end. We got a lot of bass. yes, once again, with like the Boss ML2, we do get more low end as we increase volume. But unlike the Boss ML2, it sounds just a whole lot tighter of a drive. I love the sound of this drive. It sounds really, really tight. So yes, without a doubt, a superior distortion pedal in the 1981 inventions. In my opinion, I think the Boss Metalcore 2 can be used to some effect, but you need a lot of doctoring. This pedal definitely needs some help outside of the pedal board, but I think standalone, just A being these two pedals, shooting them out, I think the 81 takes the cake, and I think the ML2 isn't going to be on my board. I'm just letting you guys know. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time on IkeGuitar.